Hello students of class 7. So the second chapter, fraction and decimals. So you already learned in previous class, that is 6, study of fraction included proper, improper and mixed fraction, as well as addition, subtraction of fraction. You already learned in class 6. You also study the comparison of fraction, which is greater, which is smaller, which is equivalent, and representation of fraction on the number line and ordering of the fraction. And you have studied comparison of decimal, representation of decimal on number lines, and addition and subtraction and decimals. So we shall continue to learn more about the fraction and decimals, practically multiplication and division, fraction as well as decimals. So observe some examples I write here. 45 upon 100. You always see this type of number on your annual exam copy. I give in the numbers 45 upon 100. Any students get the 45 marks out of 100. So we write in a fraction. And when 45 divided by 100, we get 0.45. So this is the point here. We use the dot of tip of the pen or pencil or marker, that is called the decimals. So here the words 2 decimal 3 4. We already learned how to read the decimals. So it has two parts. Before the decimal, that is whole number parts, and after the decimal, that is called fractional part or decimal parts. And you say decimal parts. And you also learn the unit fractions, proper fractions, improper fraction and mixed fraction. Unit fraction whose numerator is 1 called the unit fraction. Proper fraction whose numerator is smaller than the denominator are called proper fraction. 3.5, 3.4, 2.7. Improper fraction whose denominator is less than numerator, or you say numerator is greater than the denominator. 25 upon 3, 24 upon 5. And mixed fraction. Proper fraction converted into mixed fraction. You already know how to convert that. 25 divided by 3, we get 3 8 24, so we get 1. Here 8 whole 1 upon 3, that is the mixed fraction. So these things you already know, and how to add them you also know. And same as the fraction, addition and subtraction of the decimal and the fraction, you already learned in class 6. So in this class, we start the product of fraction and product of decimals. So before we understanding the product of fraction and division of fractions, I given an exercise for the homework. Depends on the class 6. So you solve it. Students, pause the video and try to solve this exercise, because this is the recapitulation exercise for you. You already know how to add and solve. So this is depends on the addition and subtraction exercise.
Let's multiply 2/3 times 4/5. And I encourage you now to pause the video and do something very similar to what I just did. Try to represent 4/5 of a whole, and then try to represent 2/3 of that 4/5 and see what fraction of the whole you actually have. So pause now. So let's think about this. Let's represent 4/5. So if I have a whole like this, let me try to divide it into 5 equal sections. 5 equal sections. So let's say that is 1 equal section, that is 2 equal sections, that is 3, 4, and 5. I can do a better job than this. This is always the hard part. I'm trying my best to make them look at least like equal sections. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think you get the point here. I'm trying to make them equal sections. And we want 4/5. So we want 4 of these 5 equal sections. So this would be 1 of the 5 equal sections, 2 of them, 3 of them, and then 4 of them. So that right over there is 4/5. Now we can view this as 2/3 of the 4/5. So how can we think about that? Well, we could take this section and divide it into thirds. So let's do that. Divide it into thirds. So we're going to divide it into 3 equal sections. So that's 1/3 and then 2/3. So we took each of the 5 equal sections and we divided them into 3 equal sections. Now what's going to be 2/3 of the 4/5? Well, that's going to be this part right over here. So let me make this clear. This is 1/3 of the 4/5, and then if we could, this would be 2/3 of the 4/5. So this right over here would be 2/3 of the 4/5, or 2/3 times 4/5. But what fraction of the whole does that represent? Well, how many total equal sections do we now have? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have 15 equal sections. Let me do this in a new color. We have 15 equal sections, and that makes sense. We started with 5 equal sections, but then we divided each of those into 3 equal sections. So now we have 5 times 3 total equal sections. And then how many of those are now colored in? Well, we see it's 2 times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or how many of them are in the 2/3 of the 4/5, I should say? And there's 8 of them. 8 of the 15 equal sections. And so there you have it. It should hopefully now make visual sense, or it makes conceptual sense, that 2/3 times 4/5, you can obviously compute it by just multiplying the numerators. 2 times 4 is 8, and then multiplying the denominators. 3 times 5 is 15. But hopefully this now makes conceptual sense as 2/3 of 4/5.
Now let us check how to multiply the fraction, product of fractions. So what's the first examples? That is 5 multiplied by 2/3. So here we multiply numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator. But in the first, this is the positive integer, there is the no denominator. So we have to write here the denominator as 1, because 5 is divided by 1, we get the 5, and then multiply it. 5 multiplied by 2 upon 1 is multiplied by 3. That is equal to 5 2s are 10 or 2 5s are 10 upon 3 1s are 3. That is the solution. And how we change in mixed fraction? We already know 10 divided by 3. So it is 3 3s are 9, 1 get. So this is the numerator, and this is the whole, and this is the denominator. So you write here 3 as a whole number, 1 as a numerator, and 3 is the denominator. And same as we check the question number second part. Second part's 3/4 into 9. So 9 is a positive integer. So we make it to the fraction by 1. And then multiply 3 into 9 upon 4 into 1. That is 9 3s are 27 upon 4 1s are 4. Again 27 divided by 4. So you get 4 7 28. So 28 is greater than 27. So now we check it. 4 6 24 and that is 3. So 6 whole 3 upon 4. And now check here. 1 upon 3 is also in simplest form, and 3 upon 4 is also in simplest form, because there is no any common factors in 3 and 5, 4 and 1 and 3. Now we check the question number third part. 2 whole 3 upon 5 into 3 whole 1 upon 2. So first of all, change the mixed fraction into improper fraction. So how? 5 multiplied by 2, 5 to the 10 plus 3, 13 upon 5 into 2 3 is 6 and 1 7 upon 2, and now multiply them the same as 13 into 7 upon 5 into 2. So you get 13 7 or 7 30. 7 3 21, 2 carry, 7 1 7 and 2 9 upon 2 5 10. And now 91 divided by 10. So 10 9 90 and subtract that. So is equal to 9 whole 1 upon 10. That is your answer. So this is how to multiply the given fractions, and multiply and the simplification of the fraction. First, suppose given the questions 1 upon 3 into 15 upon 8. Multiply it and simplify it. So first we have to multiply 1 into 15 upon 3 into 8. So you get 15 ones 15 upon 8 3 24. And now find the prime factor of 15 to get the simplification. How? 3 into 5 into 1 upon 24. 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, 3s are 24 into 1. So what are the common factors here? 3 and 3, 1 and 1. You divide numerator and denominator by the HCF, highest common factor. See, what is the HCF? Here HCF is 3. So now divide 15 by 3 upon 24 by 3. So we get 3 5s are 15 and 3 8s. So it is the simplified 5 upon 8. Or in simply, you learn like this: 3 5s are 15 and 3 8s are 3, and you solve the question. But this is the proper way. We first find the prime factor of the numerator and prime factor of the denominator, and find the HCF, is common factor 3 and 1. 3 1s are 3, and then divide numerator and denominator by 3. We get 3 5s are 15 and 8 is 3. So you get the same answer here. I hope you understand how to multiply the proper fraction, improper fraction, and mixed fraction. And now solve the given exercise 2.1, and if you have any problem then you ask me. Okay, thank you. Students, pause the video and copy the question and solve the given questions. Question number 2. Represent each of the following multiplication of two fractions geometrically. So I am giving one video for you. Watch the video and try to solve the question number 2. And I hope remaining question you solve because I explained all the questions. Here, question number 5th, 1 upon 2 of 18 means how we write 1 upon 2 of 18. So 1 upon 2 of change into multiplication and write 18 upon 1 and then multiply. 18 ones are 18 and 2 ones are 2 and you divided by 2 nines are 18 equal to 9s. And remaining questions. Find the questions in multiplication. Here simplification. Try first add them and then multiply, then subtract. If you have problem, then ask me. Reciprocal of multiplication inverse each of the following. Reciprocal here. What is the reciprocal? Check it. Reciprocal of 1 upon 2 is equal to 2 upon 1 or say 2. Reciprocal of 3 upon 5 is equal to 5 upon 3. So you write the reciprocal, just denominator write in place of numerator and numerator write in place of denominator. And now these are the word problems.